Welcome to another Titus Timeout podcast. This is Mark Costello, and today we will talk about ceiling mounting of diffusers and suspended ceiling grids. Prior to the popularity of dropped or suspended ceilings, ceiling diffusers were surface mounted. This involved inserting the diffuser neck into a secure piece of hard duct, pushing it snug against the ceiling surface, and installing screws through the neck into the hard duct. With the advent of flex duct, surface mounting involved framing to be installed prior to the hard ceiling and screws being used to secure the diffuser to the framing, snugging the diffuser to the hard ceiling surface. An alternative to both methods is to use a mounting frame such as the Titus TRM. The mounting frame is sized for a lay-in diffuser and is easily installed in the ceiling opening. A lay-in diffuser is then attached to flex duct and installed in the frame. All of this can occur after the ceiling is installed, and the diffuser becomes a multifunctional access door as well. Early suspended ceilings utilized concealed grid structure and tiles that interlocked with each other. The tiles had to be installed in a room starting at one side and working to the other. To remove a tile or diffuser in the center, all of the tiles had to be removed. The diffuser borders for these systems are known as spline frames. Subsequent concealed grid systems improved upon the spline as they did not require removal of all tiles to access or replace components in the middle of the room. Many involved snap-in mechanisms, and the diffuser borders and tiles were known as snap-in types. Titus still offers both styles, but they are dinosaurs of ceiling systems. The vast majority of lay-in style ceiling diffusers today are installed in what is commonly referred to as standard T grids. We all know these systems due to their immense popularity. The grids are exposed in these systems, and the products are simply laid on top of the grids in the openings. The face of standard Ts are 15/16 of an inch wide and are often called 1-inch Ts. The beauty of the 1-inch T is that it hides misalignment of the diffuser or light fixture, because even if the unit shifts all the way to one side, there is no visible opening or gap on the opposite side of the unit. The narrow T grid is also an exposed grid and identical to the 1-inch grid, except that the face of the T is 9/16 of an inch wide. Virtually any product that mounts in a 1-inch grid will also mount in a 9/16 inch grid. And while the narrower T is viewed as a more architectural grid, it has a functional disadvantage in that if a diffuser or light fixture is misaligned in the grid and pushed all the way to one side of the module, a gap may be visible on the opposite side of the unit. A second version of the narrow T is the bolt slot T. It is also 9/16 of an inch in width, but is 3/8 inch thick. A standard lay-in border can be installed in a bolt slot grid. However, the product will be recessed by the thickness of the T. Bolt slot grids can also facilitate a drop face border style. This not only makes the diffuser face flush with the T face, but also limits the side-to-side movement of the product, making the product self-centering within the grid module. The most recent style of ceiling grid involves the product hanging below the T face to conceal the T, but it is still mounted on top of the grid. There is typically a recessed space between the tiles, diffusers, and lighting products that is known as a reveal, since it is the only place the grid is visible. This simulates elements of the concealed grid systems and the bolt slot design. The reveal and the drop are the two criteria used to define these system requirements. The two dominant reveal systems are the vector and textile systems, or variants of those styles. The vector is a 1/4 inch reveal, 5/8 inch drop system. The textile system is a 1/8 inch reveal and a 1 1/8 inch drop. New suspended ceiling systems and cloud ceiling systems appear with great frequency, and we will delve into those in another podcast. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and thanks for taking a time out with Titus.